Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Abe with MysticGenmara.com, a small town mystic from the middle of Idaho. And tonight, whenever you happen to be seeing this, I would like to offer your elemental rune reading for the week of September 21st through the 27th of 2025. These are general readings, so it doesn't really matter when you actually hear it. I'm recording it for a time. So take what works, leave the rest for someone else. If you're interested as to why I read for the elements versus the zodiac, there's a video linked in the description, as well as some other little goodies down there if you're curious. With that, we'll get started and start off with our fire family. Fire covers the zodiac signs of Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So all of our salamander family out there, you are getting the Thurazaz rune is your first rune. It is the god of strength. Color is bright red. Tarot association is the Emperor, and astrology is Mars. So fire, you're going to be in your power this week. Protection, someone providing help, good news coming in. So fire, pay attention to the positive aspects. There's some shift that is occurring this week that is actually going to allow you to showcase your strengths. Whether that is a creative thing, your ability to be a leader, whatever's coming up, this week is definitely a time where things are shining on you. There could be, being the Emperor and Mars, there could be a lot of masculine energy coming up. We both everyone carries masculine and feminine, so just take what works as far as that goes. But see what comes forward. There's definitely an energy of showing your strengths, and leadership are the two words that they keep bringing up. So depending on how this plays out, it could definitely be a very strong week for you. Could make you have to flex your strength, which could be a little bit of a challenge. But overall, I'm getting a really good vibe here. And they're also, and this has nothing to do with the rune, with those two energies, you might be a little more amorous is the word. They're showing me other images. We'll use amorous than normal. So enjoy how that plays out for you, fire. Your second rune is the Manaz rune, which is the rune of man. Color is deep red, tarot association is magician, and astrology is Jupiter. So you have all the tools you need to showcase your strengths and skills this week, is part of what I'm getting. Humankind, wisdom held in the body, mind and body working as one, knowledge, memory, interdependence of the masculine and feminine within. So, fire. It is really about you balancing energies this week, but you also have a very strong vibe of the masculine is being brought forward as the little bit more projective, which is actually complementing the feminine's more receptive energy. So this is kind of getting the ball rolling, so to speak. So whatever's coming up, there's definitely a lot of passion involved with it. Passion that is being balanced to keep you from burning up with the Manaz rune, because that's calling everything back into its balanced state. But the more projective masculine fire is most definitely going to be the leader of this week. So let's hop over to our Earth family. Earth covers the zodiac signs of Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. All of my gnomes out there. And get these runes to come out of my little bag. We have where's it at? Jira, or the rune of the year. It is color of light blue. Tarot association is the Fool. Astrology is Earth. So Earth is going to be where they need to be. It's the cycles of nature and life, effort coming to fruition, effort put forth receiving rewards. So Earth, this is a time where you are going to be rewarded. But with that Fool card coming up, you don't feel like you deserve it, or you feel like, is this for real? You're just playing with me. This can't be what's happening. But that's the energy that's coming in. They're definitely saying, you've earned the rewards. You've earned the success. You've earned the time off. Whatever it is, you've earned this. But you're not really sure if someone's playing a trick on you. They're not. That's the energy that's coming up. This has nothing to do with trickery. This is more of accept that which you have honestly earned and received. So your second rune is the Rado rune, which is a long journey on horseback. Color of bright red. Tarot association is the Hierophant. Astrology is Sagittarius. So you're working with a little bit of fire energy here, a little bit of passion. I'm also hearing a little bit of stubbornness, which does not. Earth, you're stubborn on your own nature. I know a lot of Earth signs. I can say that from experience. This is actually going to play into that, but it's because you're so passionate about a project, is what I'm getting. It indicates a physical journey, especially pleasant ones, a journey that brings positive development, a spiritual journey, or a journey of the mind. So it could be a new lesson. It could be some, like classes or something. It could be that painting thing that you've been wanting to get into, or sculpting class. Those are actually kind of fun. So you're in this energy of shifting. Something is changing. For Earth, that's a little bit on the nerve-wracking side, but that's why you have the Sagittarius energy. The Hierophant, is also a teacher. The voice for the Lord, if you will, the Emperor's voice on the planet. So you're actually being able to show off the energy of the Lord. You're able to speak for the Emperor, so to speak. And if you are someone who happens to have fire in your chart, this week is definitely going to be a week where you are going to show up as a leader. You're going to be the one that people are coming to. You are teaching something to the next generation. So Earth, if you have water in your if you have Earth in your chart, your fire in your chart, if I could talk, really strong vibes for the combination. And if you are Earth and your partner happens to be fire, you're going to be kind of unstoppable this week. You're going to have a lot of things moving for you. You might not feel like you are. They keep using the word worthy. You might not feel like you're worthy, but you've earned the success. You've earned the rewards. So accept what comes in with grace and gratitude, even if you feel like something's wrong. It's not. It's just deserves for the work that you've been doing. And that's interesting. They're saying, Earth, you have done so much selflessly that you don't think anyone else has noticed, and they have. This week is going to kind of prove that out to you. So hopefully that is some really good news for you. Let's take a peek at our air family, which is, can't see my card because I have lights in the wrong spot. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. You think I do this every week? I'd be better at that. Air, your first rune is the Berkana rune, which is the rune of birth, and it is color of dark green. Tarot association is the Empress, and astrology is Virgo. So this is actually going to be a little bit of a challenge energy because Virgo is Earth. Renewal, promise of new beginnings, new growth, birth, family, and home. So air, you tend to be a lot more about movement, much more about the intellectual, things changing, and you kind of go with the flow. Most airs that I know are pretty good with this. But you're also being called home this week. It's a time to check back in, see how things are going. And the energy of the birth is saying this is a time to start creating the next step, which intellectually you're all about. You're like, this is cool. But it's something that's going to have to be done in a more grounded state, which is the part where you might have a little bit of frustration with that. That's where that Virgo Earth energy is kind of at a crossroads with you. When we look at the elements, it's how they interact with each other, and air and Earth are not friends. So this is where that little bit of a challenge might be coming forward. They're not. The energy I'm getting is not saying this is not unconquerable, because that's not the case. It's definitely going to be something you have to pay attention to, though, air. Your second rune is the Gibo rune, which is the rune of blessings and generosity. Color is deep blue. Tarot association is the Lovers. Astrology is Pisces. It's a sign of gifts and generosity, giving, people coming together, and relationships going deeper. With this birth energy, this could actually be the birth of a engagement. It could be the birth of a actual marriage. It could be the birth of an actual human. Like, there's a lot of options here. This energy of fertility, Lovers, and Pisces means it's going to kind of be outside of what you thought it was going to be, especially when you bring in Pisces into the mix, because they are the dreamers, they are the mystics, they are the ones who kind of float in their own bubble most of the time. And that's the energy that's coming in with this Berkana rune, where it's the birth and more grounded at home. So look for some exciting new changes, some shifts that are going around, along that lines. It could be a surprise promotion. It could be It could be that person that they'll never ask me out, suddenly asks you out on a date, on a coffee date, on a hiking date, on just going to the park and visiting for a little bit. It doesn't have to be something that's expensive. It has to be the heart that's behind it. And that's the energy that's coming up here, is the gifts and the blessings that are coming forward, air. They might be something that is a little different than what you've usually expected, but it's going to be exactly what you need in that moment. So that could be fun. Let's take a peek at our water family, which is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. All of my undines and fishes. Who we got? We are starting off with the Inga's rune, which is a rune of fertility, colors yellow. Tarot association is judgment, and the astrology is the new moon, completion of ideas or projects, a new beginning, a time of positive energies, good fortune on the way. So water, they're wanting to say that this is a really good time to make some very strong decisions. Judgment is about picking the right path and going the right direction. And water, with new moon coming in, it's saying that you're going to be leaving a dark period and moving into a brighter one, but you have to make sure that you're making the right choices as you go along. This is not a time for go with the flow. This is more of the aggressive side of water, where you're tearing down a mountainside because you're making a new path. So this is where the energy that I'm getting here is, it's not going to be the go with the flow la-di-da through this week. There's going to be some challenges, but it's because where you're headed, there's not an easy path. Does it mean you can't make it? No. Does it mean that the path won't get easy once you get started? Again, no. It's going to be the starting point that is going to be the challenge, but once you pass beyond that starting point, things are going to shift for you, and that's where the unexpected blessings are coming in for you. Your second rune is the Fehu rune, which is color of light red. Tarot association is Tower. Astrology is Aries. Again, creative destruction. Water's making a new path. You got to tear something down to rebuild. You've got an interesting reading here, especially with fire. That's where that starting part is not going to be the easy aspect. Good luck, success, fertility, and harmony. So those are keywords to focus on. But you have a very interesting set of runes here, water, because it's saying, yes, you're going to be successful. Yes, the outcome is going to be great. But there's this little glitch in the start of the week. There's a little glitch at the beginning here of this next path, start of your journey, that is going to feel a lot like a massive challenge. It's not, it's just going to feel that way. Because once you start chipping at it, once you start actually applying your skill set to the problem to fix it, it suddenly falls away, and that's where that like mudslide thing comes in, because once you chip away enough, it just goes. And everything's going to work out, but you have to start by picking at this a little bit and really follow your intuition, your inner guidance, water. This is a good time to flex that particular muscle and see, what do I really need to do to get over this hump that I'm in? This emotional funk that has been kind of setting on our water shoulders. Water has this habit of collecting other people's emotions, and sometimes then they apply them to themselves. This is where you have to kind of remember that needs to be put away. It's not yours. And really look at what you're doing inside, because that could be the challenge that's in the way. That could be that thing that needs to be torn down so that you can create the next steps. And water, it's actually saying that you're in a really good spot, because you already know what the outcome's going to be. You just have to overcome this first part. Basically, get things started, and it's all going to take care of itself. You just have to be the one that pushes start. So, overall, this video is going live on Mabon, which is the autumn equinox, September 21st. This is a great time for balance. This is a great time to look within. This week's readings are actually interesting because it's saying you're looking for these new balances. You're shifting some things around because something has to give for the next steps to actually come in. So overall, the elements are looking really good. They're in balance with each other, even if it's in a contrary form, because it's not one is stronger than the other is not what I'm getting. They're coming together to sharpen each other, to strengthen and grow and allow a new course to be taken. And that could be applied for all of humanity or just the person who's watching this video. But with that, I will let you guys go. Have a great rest of your week. Like, comment, subscribe, all those fun things. Let me know your thoughts down in the chat or comment section down below, and I will see you in the next video.